this is Cen Ziyuan. As you can see in front of the table, you can see there is a terracotta warrior here with 3 guests today from Northwest University. The 3 students are students from the Central Asia countries, and on my left-hand side, these are the students that will be our guests. But before we dive into today's topic, let me share with you. So currently, as you can see, we are in the beautiful city of Xian, and this is a location named Chanba. This area is very special because it's a stellar example of green development of the city, and it used to be a landfill, but now you can see this beautiful river behind us, and this will be the setting to kick off our Central Asia chat room today. And I'm reporter Cen Ziyuan. So let's introduce our guest today. 那我们首先来介绍我们今天的嘉宾，然后首先
So the first speaker is Zhang Yu, or Zhanat. Would you please introduce yourself? Hello everyone, I'm Zhang Yu, and my English name is Zhanat. I'm from Kyrgyzstan. I'm from China Northwest University, and I major in chemistry, and I'm a junior this year. And it's my great honor to join all of you to share with you some of my understanding of culture. Hello everyone, I'm Xian from Kazakhstan. I'm also from Northwest University, and I arrived in Xian in 2015, and I study I went to high school in Xian, and I've been staying here since. I'm Chenglong, and I'm Aki, and also I study international trade in China Northwest University. It's my great honor to meet you.
We're here to listen to their stories and also listen to their views about how for example, Belt and Road Initiative programs and benefit them to come to China.
So before we talked about the BRI and its power to boost cultural communication. So Zhang Yu, why did you choose to come to China? Because I am very curious and interested in Chinese culture and economic development. And so coming here, I could know more about Chinese culture, and I would not miss it for the world. That's why I came here. You also mentioned that your father gave you a choice, but so your initial choice was not chemistry, yeah? Yeah, my father is a policeman. I also wanted to be enrolled in the military, but he said that he also suggests that I learn Chinese and become a translator in the future.
So I just asked Zhang Yu because before we were chatting, she said she wanted to become a soldier, and because her father is a policeman, but now she decided to come to China. 然后还有一个原因是因为如果说你要成为军人的话，你是要自己找。
Yeah, another factor is that if I want to be a soldier, I need to pay for my own tuition.
Why she came and what funded her studies?
I did the application myself. I took the video and sent it to the university. So after that, I was admitted.
So I'm turning to my second guest. He said he has actually been here for quite a long time. 那从高中就来了，是什么样的一个感受？
So what do you feel, staying here for so long? Well, since I graduated from middle school, and I talked to my parents about my intention to go to China to continue my study, because one of my brothers actually was here in Xi'an as a student. And he also suggested that I join him. Actually, my father planned to take me here when I was only 12, but probably it was a bit too young for me. And so I came here after middle school graduation. So I studied 3 years in high school here, and then 4-year college. And I think Chinese is quite difficult to learn. So Chenglong, before telling your story, you need to tell us the reason why you choose your Chinese name.
Why he chose the same name as Jackie Chan. Let's take a listen.
Should I speak in Chinese? 就是我来西安
I came here in 2008.
来西安就是好像第一周课，就是咱们老师就是那个陈老师在。
In the first class, my teacher wrote a lot of Chinese names, family names, and given names on the blackboard for us to choose from. I couldn't make up my mind, and finally, I decided to choose Cheng as the first name and Long as the given name. And my teacher actually didn't tell me what's the implication, and he left it for ourselves to discover. I only discovered this name after 3 months or 4 months. I tell the other people, I introduce myself saying my name is Chenglong, and the other people had this sort of smile on their face. And I asked, why? Why do you have that kind of smile? And they were like, do you know what your name mean? And I said, I didn't know. And it is only at that time when they told me that this is the same name as Jackie Chan. But it kind of grew on me by then, and I would not want to change it. I feel attached to this name, so I just stick with it.
So I'm just asking him what's his story about studying in China. 那为什么来中国留学？
就是。
Also, I think it's because of my parents. I originally have 2 destinations, 2 choices. One is Russia, another is China. My father said that Russia is quite similar to Turkmenistan, so he suggested that I go to a country that's a bit different than our home country. And also China is such a fast developing country with very different culture than our hometown. And another reason is that if you go to study in Russia, you could come back to Turkmenistan, or you can stay in Russia to find a job, but it will be much more difficult for you to get a job in Europe. But if you choose to study in China, you will probably have more choices. So that's what my father said to me. I saw that you brought a lot of the local products of your countries. So can you tell us about what you have brought? This is the traditional costume of Kyrgyzstan. Can you show us? Well, this is actually a symbol of identity. What does it symbolize? This is the traditional costume of Kyrgyzstan. This is the hat. Do you wear this in, as a complete outfit? Yes. People would wear this, wearing long braids. And they will still wear this after they are married, but they will change. They will have to change another hat to hide their braids, to hide their hair. What about the color? There are different colors. Can you show us the hat? This is for girls, for little girls. I also brought us with some local products. These are yogurt products. I'm sure that all of you will like it. This is a local snack of Kyrgyzstan. I hope that more people can become interested in Kyrgyzstan culture and costumes. We actually have very similar snacks in the Mid-Asia and Central Asia countries. You will. You can have a taste. I would say that it's very water consuming.
You need to drink 2 cups of water just getting 1 bite. 哇，它是凉凉的，而且它是硬的。
So it's made of yogurt, yeah?
酸那种，我要尝一尝。
酸。
哦。所以它其实有点像。
I think it tastes a bit like cheese. And it's salty. I would think that it's sweet.
I thought it's a dessert, but it's actually salty, very salty.
Like 我们那边它有那个甜的东西。
2杯水开始了。
Yeah.
开始了是吧？
We don't have a lot of sweet food snacks in our country.
所以跟我们吃橘子是一样的。那我们聊
Let's talk about your major,
昨天有好多好玩的故事。
your specialty.
你说你这个化学的专业其实是跟很多中学生，就是跟中国的学生。
You take the chemistry classes with the Chinese students.
Zhang is actually studying chemistry, and she said she's taking a lot of classes with some of the Chinese students. 所以大概在学校的课程是什么样的？
就是我跟中国学生一起上学，然后一起做实验。
Yeah, I take classes with my Chinese classmates, and also did a lot of chemical experiment. There are a lot of things that I don't understand, and they will help me to do the experiment and finish the tasks in class. The teachers are also very considerate, knowing that I'm from foreign countries. So a special shout out to my friends and classmates and teachers. Thank you for your tolerance. So why did you choose this major in the first place? I think chemical engineering is developing very fast. After graduation, I could go back to Kyrgyzstan, and also I can work for a Chinese company overseas after graduation.
So she actually said that even though she's studying chemistry, she also considered the option of being a translator. So I asked her why she wants to do that.
因为做翻译就是在精工公司可以做翻译嘛，因为我学的是化学，我能懂就是跟化学
Because as a chemistry major, I would be more familiarized with the chemical terms, so that I can be a translator in this field particularly. And Ziyuan, I'm also very interested in your major.
So he has talked about that. He's very interested in geology, and also he's very interested in mountains just because where he comes from. 你来给我们介绍一下。
我来自塔吉克斯坦，我塔吉克斯坦93%的领域都
I'm
是山
from
就是我从家
I'm
出
from
来就可以看到山
Turkestan.
然后我爷爷他
So
去过
I also
塔
went
吉
to
克
a
斯
lot
坦
of
很多地
places
方
in
然后我们家摆着
Tajikistan.
很多矿物晶体什么的，很好看，各种各样的。
So in the mountains of Tajikistan, there are a lot of minerals, a lot of mountains. So that's why I chose geology. That is after after I came back to my home country, Tajikistan, I could visit the mountains and probably do a bit of mining related work. A lot of the mines in Tajikistan are exploited or are explored by Chinese companies, so I could also find opportunities there.
As we know that these countries are very resourceful and also abundance in its, for example, petroleum and also minerals. So what he has talked about is also very interesting, and he has a great potential to be a gold digger. 我就说你很有潜力，挖到金，就像我们昨天说的，你能就是去勘测和探测这些小小的金。
当老板可以的，但是当普通职员不行，我觉得。
那未来的话，就是说，哦，对了，你昨天还分享。
You also mentioned that you are a enthusiast mountain climber.
我昨天的反应是
就是像只有老人要去吗？
So we talked about this yesterday. He said he wants to climb. 你是有做特别的山项？
华山。
I want to climb the Huashan Mountain.
下午去，早上爬了。 就可以看到那个
to see the sunrise.
但是不仅仅是华山有日出。So he said he wants to climb Huashan because a beautiful sunrise and also a lot of, for example, the geographical look and also pretty much what you can see by sightseeing here, which is closely related to his major. 那来到成龙，为什么选择
国际贸易？economy 中文怎么说？经济，就是
I'm very interested in economic issues.
现在我的就是
And now I'm major in international trade. So it's closely related to economic development. I'm now in my second year of college. So I will continue my study as a sophomore, and people would say that probably I would be a businessman, but actually I want to be a researcher. I want to dig deep into the topic. I want to understand more about international trade. So the world is your oyster. You could work anywhere in the world, right?
So we are coming up for a short break and. 太咸了，我到现在。
The snack is really salty, I have to say.
So we're coming up. It's very salty here. I need to have a quick drink of the water here, and we are about to show you some of the aerial shot of the location we are at right now, Chanba, which, as I just mentioned earlier at the beginning, it used to be a landfill, but now has been a beautiful ecological development site. And let's take a look. Well, you might have just enjoyed the beautiful view of Chanba, where I just mentioned it's a stellar example of green development here, especially combining such an ancient history of Xian. But now this is a modern development zone here in the city of Xian. And now let me turn back to my guest here. We were just chatting about something very fun. I was talking about how salty the snack is, and let me jump back to Jackie Chan.
好的，就是啥嘛，我来中国发现了一个东西，就是我跟朋友们中国朋友们
After I came to China,
玩的什么的，我们很喜欢去
I drank beers. I usually drank beers with my friends at leisure time. I discovered one thing. When you drink beers in China, you would tend to have spicy food with it. You may think it's normal, but we are quite not used to it.
南蛮国家就是我们很喜欢吃这个，我们喝啤酒的时候很喜欢吃咸的，然后
So that's why the snack is so salty. We usually take this with the beer.
很好，就是感觉很好，就是来中国以后我已经
But now I'm quite used to it.
试过了，就是辣和
So spicy food also go very well with beers.
特别好，口感特别好，这个也是口感特别好。
So what he is saying that this is a great snack to go with Chinese beer, and because normally in China when they are eating the dishes, we will be enjoying with spicy food and go with the beer. But what he is saying that this is actually a good companion if you're trying alcohol. 那可能我的摄像老师下回得试一试。感受，哇，好咸。那我们来聊一聊，就是说。 刚刚其实之前我们也了解到，就是你们有很多这种就是文化交流。
So there are a lot of cultural exchanges program. For example, the school will take you to museums or something. Anything impresses you very much?
去过很多就是景点吗？
This year we went to see the terracotta warriors and the Dayantam pagoda. And also,
因为那边的就是方式都是跟我们的那边的我们国家的对差不多，就是味道有点相似嘛。我们好喜欢去。
Huiminjie, which is also a street full of this kosher food or Muslim food. Also, we went to Sanya and Qingdao with beautiful sea views to experience the different scenery in these cities.
其实我们学校安排得很好，因为
After I came here,
要学习嘛，还要去
I think
中国文化，
we should. It's a great opportunity for us to know more about the Chinese culture. So we have all kinds of activities. For example, we went to the museum, also visit some Chinese schools. It's a high school. I was asked to deliver a speech. Brief introduction of myself, and then tell me what I do, what I learn. I actually stayed home for 3 years in the study due to COVID, so I forgot a lot of the Chinese that I learned.
Why did you get into
like my friend, not my friend, my father's friend had a son. Like he was studying in China in a Haikou, in a Haikou city, and I also wanted to go to Haikou, to the Hainan, because it is beach, it is good. Like I want to go to that place. But what happened? Like he is told to my father that in Hainan it's not really good as Xian, so let your son go to Xian but not to Haikou. So my father told me like, you are not going to Hainan.
So your opportunity
yes,
to
my opportunity to go
beach
to
is
yes,
taken away by
yep,
your father's friend.
Yes, my opportunity to see the beach is like take away. They took away my opportunity. So anyway, in some part they was right because Haikou is a how to say like a city where people go to relax. And there's not much. Yes, there's not much good universities and stuff. But Xian is something else. It is a quick developing city. Like for example, the development of the Xian. When I came to China, when I came to Xian, I came in here in 2018. There was 8.6 million people in Xian.
Oh wow, you know.
Population, yes, and population.
Wow.
But now it is a bit lesser than 15 million. It was for only 4.5 years. For only 4.5 years, more than how much? More than almost 7 million people. It is a lot. It is like it show us how the city is developing quick. So. So I think I'm glad that I'm here now. Yes, it would be great if I was studying in beach city like in Haikou or in Sanya. It would be great, but for my opportunities, for my future, Xi'an will be a better choice, I guess, in my opinion.
子轩除了爬山还想干嘛 ？So besides climbing mountains, what else he wants to do?
首先我先。
So during the COVID, I went back to the home country, and now I have a lot to catch up. I have a lot of exams and also need to carry out the oral defense for my paper. And after this, I would finally have this opportunity to go to different places. I went to Guangzhou during the May Day holiday, which is very crowded, by the way. And also, I probably will visit my friends in Russia. Guangzhou is a quite different city from Xi'an, yes? Yes, I could not understand a word in Cantonese.
其实我现在就是目标首先把学习弄好，再可以玩休息。
But my priority now is my study, of course.
I want to stay in Xi'an. Why? Because this year already one of my friends came from Russia. I have 3 friends from Russia. We was studying together in 2019 and 2018, but they also at that coronavirus situation they went back home, and now they are coming back, and I want to meet them, and I want to remember the old times. I want to go to the old places where I was going with them. Like that's why I want to stay in Xi'an. I want to enjoy it now, because imagine 3 years without friends. What's going to be? Like only we were calling each other in video calls and stuff. But now they will come and we will enjoy. Everything is going to be like before. Everything is going to be good.
Very nice. So
I've been just asking Zhang Yan, after you return back, what do you want to work at? Since you have the capacity to mining.
Identify them.
So after you studied, what do you plan to do? Currently, I'm a graduate, undergraduate. I have not decided to whether to finish the master degree yet or not. I could go back to my own country and work following my majors, but I could also stay in China, since China has abundant opportunities. My brother is working in Guangzhou. I could go to Guangzhou and find him and learn from his working skills. I have not decided yet.
My interest is, as I said, that I like economy, and my interests are more academician, but not like self-profit, more academician interest. So for academic results, like I need to study master's degree. So even if I after bachelor went back to my home, I can find a job, because in our country there's a lot of Chinese companies, like Chinese oil companies, gas companies, technological companies, Huawei and stuff. So there's a lot of opportunities, but for me it's going to be better if I stay and continue my study.
那你们觉得就是来中国留学的这个经历，对于相比于可能一些没有来留学的你的朋友，他们会觉得很不可能。
So will your friend considered you study in China an amazing experience compared with their experience of staying at home? They find me quite amazing because after the undergraduate education, I'm going to go through the graduates and education, and sometimes I even plan to have a PhD education. I even joked to them and tell them that I also want to stay in China for work. My friends always tells me that it's better to go back home, but I always recommend to my friend to come to China and study, since here it has a very enriching culture and it provides me a marvelous experience. I'm also quite curious that at your age, if you study in your own country, what is the difference compared with the Chinese college education? There's nothing different. Last December, I went back, and my parents told me that my way of thinking is quite different with their way of thinking, and they told me that I have been shaped by the Chinese environment. In which aspect, I'm not sure yet.
So I just asked her what kind of feeling she got after she studied here in comparison to how she feels when get home, and that's the answer she gave.
You have spent enough time in China. That is to say, your brother is also staying here in China. That is to say, half of your family is studying or working in China. I arrived in China in 2015, and I went back in 2016. When I talked to my friend, I found my way of thinking is quite different with my friends who stayed domestically. My horizon has been expanded while they have not changed. For me, this experience means that I will develop. You mentioned that the three of you came with different methods. Some of you get the Chinese government's scholarships. I got the scholarship and I came here. I also got the scholarship from Tajikistan's government. You can go to the Confucius College to study the Chinese and pass the examinations, and then you can get a special fund granted by the Chinese government. I don't think it's quite difficult for the examination.
How did you come here? What makes you come here?
What do you mean by how did I come?
They come with scholarships.
I came by my father's power.
Okay, and you just decided to come.
Yep.
Without anything.
Yes.
No language.
Yes, I got English, and I had English and Russian, but they was almost useless when I came to China because, my teachers were speaking Chinese. My teachers were speaking English, but when we started to learn Chinese, we only spoke English for 2 months in our classes. After 2 months,
That was
teacher
before you
said,
got Jackie Chan or
Yeah.
after?
at that time. So, so the first 2 months, teachers was helping us with English. Well, like we were speaking more English than Chinese. But after 2 or 3 months, our teachers like now we are gonna start speak Chinese. So try harder, and like that. So also when I go outside and stuff, like English wasn't that much useless, like because students, there were students who could speak English and they were helping me, like we are like that. But I don't have scholarship. I'm not, no.
By your father's
Yeah,
power.
I came here by my father's power, yes.
那现在你们来西安
You've
这么久
been
了
the city of Xian for a quite long time. What is your favorite local cuisine or the visited spot?
就是英式的话，就是西藏，我们长沙
I like the Xinjiang food in our district.
有名的那些食物是
I like the 肉夹馍, which is a Chinese style of the sandwich. I also like 泡馍, which is dipping the steamed food into the sheep soup. I would say the food is 60% similar to our local friends. Do you like, which kind of food do you like about China?
What kind of food do you like? Dishes, and how did you get introduced to Chinese beer, which is quite different, right?
Yeah, it is different. Chinese beers are different, and there is first of all there's a lot of flavors. In China, there is a lot of flavors in beer, in other beer, in food, in everything. Like there is a lot of different.
You have a big choice,
tastes.
right?
Yes, I have a big choice. Everyone got a big choice, and my favorite food in China it is 肉夹馍 and 凉皮. 肉夹馍 凉皮. It's my first time when I tried it. I think, oh my god, it is so good. Yes, and it is so different. It was so different. Like also there is a huoguo. Huoguo is also good. Huoguo is also very good. Hot pot. And there's a lot of, but I don't really remember the names. The Chinese names, like anyway, there's a lot of like different dishes, different flavors, and how do I choose like what I want, what I like? How do I know that I like 肉夹馍 and 凉皮? I came to China. Every day I was eating something else. Every day I was trying something new. Every day I was trying something new. This one I tried. This one I already ate yesterday. So today I'm gonna eat that one. I like that. And it is gonna take a long time until you will choose what you like. So it is for gastronomy. China is very good at good option. Who like to eat something or who are traveling, like gastronomic travel. You know what that means? Like if some people traveling for food, some countries they should come to China and try. Like, and I know that in Xian there is like also hulatang, Xian hulatang with meatballs. It's also very well, and youtiao. They're also good. In Xian,
You have tried a lot.
I tried a lot.
What do you think about chou tofu?
Oh no, thank you. I didn't try that one. I didn't try that one.
You should try.
Because I'm scared. So, what I'm saying, like every city has its own cuisine. Like each city has its own cuisine, so they are also different between cities, between provinces. So there's a lot. There's a lot I didn't try it yet. So I'm keep going on it.
Okay, now we are coming up for another break, and this time we are showing you pretty much the background of the school that they are studying at, and also some of the international cooperation at Northwest University. Let's take a look.
With history that spans over 100 years, Northwest University is guided by a strategy of opening up. It is embracing the world by keeping abreast of global trends in higher education and promoting the internationalization of faculty development, student cultivation, and construction of first-class disciplines. Northwest University's internationalization is being further enhanced through developing the profile of overseas study at Northwest University and through deepening exchanges with about and road countries. In the last 5 years, Northwest University has signed agreements of collaboration with more than 100 institutions of higher education in over 20 countries. Extensive international exchanges have produced fruitful results. More than 40 major international and regional scientific research collaboration projects have been carried out. 5 international joint laboratories have been established. More than 40 high-level international conferences have been held at Northwest University. For undergraduate programs, geological engineering, resource exploration engineering, software engineering, and chemical engineering and technology have passed the international certification of engineering education. 1,626 Northwest University students have been engaged in exchange programs facilitated by national and intercollegiate exchange programs. 2,281 international students have been enrolled in degree programs. 257 foreign teachers have been recruited to teach at Northwest University. Besides, 11 sessions of Nobel Prize forums have been launched inviting Nobel laureates to deliver lectures at Northwest University. Furthermore, a number of educational institutions have also been set up, including the Institute of Silk Road Studies, the Central Asia Institute, the Confucius Institute at Northwest Nazarene University in the United States, the Confucius Institute at Bulacan State University in the Philippines, and Hantan Institute International. Facing up to the new era, Northwest University will intensively integrate its own development with the Belt and Road development, expand opening up in education, stimulate the coordinated development of internationalization through shifting the focus to the department level and by adopting more flexible policies, facilitate the continuous development in talent nurturing, scientific research, social service, cultural continuity and innovation, and international exchange and cooperation with all dimension, all sector and multi-level internationalization support, so as to fulfill the ultimate goal of building up prestigious university home and abroad with a global source, global presence, and global influence.
So welcome back to the Central Asia chat room. I'm here with my 3 guests today from Northwest University, Zhang Yu, Zishen, and
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. Yeah. So let's talk about, we just have a quick chat about stinky tofu. What's with that? Zishen,
Why do you talk about the sticky tofu in our dormitory? Outside of the window, it is streets where the sticky tofu wanderer saw the sticky tofu every night. So every night when he is trying to sell it, we close the window at our dormitory. So I invite you to go there, and my treat, I'm going to buy the sticky tofu for you. So how do you cook in your dormitory? I try to cook the dinner with the local Tajikistan's every single 1 week. Every 1 week we are going to cook one of the local dishes. They asked me to do it because I cooked better compared with them. I was planning to do it this week, but let's talk about it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. How many students from Tajikistan who is studying in your university. There is 15 students. So how long do you usually cook to feed them all? I usually takes 3 hours. In my dormitory, I have a kitchen where I can cook my local food. I can also go to the restaurant.
I'm good at cooking, especially on Italian spaghetti.
Pizza.
Italian food.
You're really preparing to leave around the world.
No, I just like to eat.
Oh,
So I'm just cooking like for myself. Like I can cook a lot of dishes because I'm experienced student. As can I say? So I can cook. Like experienced student should cook. So I can cook. So mostly I like to cook some pastas. I like pastas, soaps, and some pies. What else? Rice, Chinese rice, like spicy rice, also good.
Makluba. 他们特色的
Their own makluma is their own special food from their own country. That is quite famous across the Central Asia countries.
可能名字说的不对。
我们有做饭。
We also have the raviolies.
他们也有做饭。
What is the difference between the red rice? I think the most delicious one is coming from the Uzbekistan. They have different varieties. My father used to cook that rice for me. They have the Uzbekistan style of the rice, and they have the other different kind of the rice. There's not too much difference.
有。
Please do not look at my slim figure. I am quite fond of eating food. So what is you planning for this summer vacation? I have a lot of plans. I need to visit my parents, visit my friends, and participating in a lot of activities. And when I came back, I also prepared to go to different cities in China. I have no plan yet. Some of my friends need to get married at August. In my country, I need to go back. Some of other friends have the case. So I am thinking that it's better for me to stay here. For example, it's better for me to stay here for 2 months, and then I can do a lot of works and.
Like I'm gonna live in Xian. Like maybe I will rent some apartments. I will live dormitory. My friends are coming, and I'm gonna enjoy my time with them in Xian. Like it is.
So whole summer is gonna be in Xian.
Mm-hmm. I hope so. I hope so.
Well, I guess that wraps up our today's Central Asia chat room here on your reporter Cen Ziyuan. And please stay tuned on CGTN because my colleague Dakai is going to take you on a historical tour and explore a museum. Bye for now.